This is this poly tar ribbon that is out there. It's a very nice texture, and it's like a two-tone, as you can see. I've used it alongside with this particular colour, and I think that it accents the gift wrapping, because if you turn it, it's like a pearlised, but it has got the quartz purple in and this very lighter shade. So I thought that that was quite nice. And it's just having the knowledge of different elements, putting them together to create this wow. I call it yummy wrapping. Anyway, I've got to try and keep this very short and brief because I'd bore you to death. And anyway, my cameraman's not on as much money as yours. So what I thought I'd do is just sort of like suggest different things. Like when you do your gift wrapping, if you wanted to keep it to a certain theme, so some people might choose the traditional theme. So you could go for all green wrapping and then using all the reds and the golds and the greens as your decoration. These are little tokens of seasoned greetings, and I just put one of those on, and they're pennies in the shop, but they make such a difference to the wrap. And let's face it, with the credit crunch, we could all do with cutting back on our presents and maybe just making it look a little bit wowy under the tree. When you go into most stores, you can see that there are these gift wrap bags. These are ideal for the dressing gown, the dreaded dressing gown. We've all wrapped one up, our fingers have gone through, and when they've got to the other end, they know exactly what it is. So I always say, put it in a gift wrap bag. And I always create a little design on them, and I could show you how to do that. And here again, it's using the tinsel, the jumbo tinsel, just wrapping it round together in a circle, tying it in the middle with some balloon ribbon, and just putting some little baubles on, accenting colours. And that's what I'm going to show you now with this little demonstration. And obviously when you're using your paper to wrap your present, it's always a good idea to just get the amount that you need. This practice makes perfect. You know, you will get it right in the end, and especially when you're paying £4.99 for a roll wrap, you'll be very sparse with it. So I've obviously got all the paper ready, but you just need to put your gift in the centre, fold the paper round using the tape. You can get all sorts of tape. You can get double-sided tape, you can get invisible tape, traditional sellotape, and then folding it down to make an envelope type package. Fold it back on itself. That will all stay in place, so that's fine. We can sort that lot out after. And again, making that envelope side, sealing it down, going round to the other side, sellotaping that. And then I'm going to pick out an accent colour, so I thought lilac, which was a nice colour, and there is the fuchsia in there as well, if you can see it. So I've pre-cut some of this, and obviously if I was to wrap that round, it would really be a bit too thick. We need to complement and balance, so I'm going to cut this ribbon in half. To do this, I'm going to put both ends together, find the centre points, and without pressing down, I'm just going to nick with the scissors, a little pinch, and then I'm going to pull finger and thumb one way and finger and thumb in the opposite direction. By doing that, you get equal measures on both sides. If you was to start at the top and go down, 9 times out of 10 it runs out on itself. So that's a good little tip, and we like our tips on Lorraine Kelly, don't we? That's one for your book. Okay, tying it round, knotting it in the centre, okay, putting the excess off, and again crossing it over underneath. Good tip as well is to pass the ribbon under on both sides. The reason for that is that it keeps all the ribbon in place instead of it sliding about. And we need this to be central. Okay, take the excess off. Okay, so now it's time to put some yummy in it. So this, I think, would be a lovely complementary colour to go with that. And this is called, people call it all sorts of things, it's organza. Some people call it jewel net. And what I've done is I've pre-cut some little ribbon tails. What I've done is taken about 6 inches along, cut down all the way, fold that back, and then turned it round and cut a quarter or a third, and then again the same. Then what I've done is put all those pieces together, made sure they're all in line at the top, fold them in, and from the centre of the fold, cutting away from myself to the corners, like so, we get that little tail. And the same on the opposite side. And again, we've got that little tail. Now, when I'm gift wrapping, I do cut quite a lot of these, all in different colours. And what I'm going to do is introduce those now to this ribbon. And this is when the display or the decoration all starts coming together. So obviously these are the same colour. And what I do is I pinch from the outside to the middle, and pinch from the outside to the middle, place it on the centre of the knot, tie in a knot, one is sufficient, and then keep carrying on. When you put the next one on, crisscross. Again, knotting, once is sufficient, lovely. And you keep going like that. And I would say probably you'll get used to putting on how many you want to, but I would say for this particular display I'd put 5 of these tails, petals on, and you can just see how it's building up and creating this volume on the top. I think one more should do the trick. And there you go. It's very slippy, this stuff, so you really got to get into the swing of it. And then I thought, just to finish it off, that we'd introduce these Christmas pearlized baubles. And I thought about 3. Look at that one, how it accents that paper and all the colours that we've used. And again, just popping the ribbon through the actual top of it, and then one more, taking that on through with the ribbon, and then just tying it in a couple of knots loosely, because we don't want to break that plastic. And then curling the ribbon, taking the scissors and my thumb, putting the ribbon between and just gently curling off. Put a bit of tension on, scissors, thumb, ribbon between, bit of tension on there. And you tell me that that isn't yummy wrapping.